Hello, my name is Kayla Gillock, and this is my video submission for the interview reflection video assignment for the Capstone in Psychology course at Liberty University. Today, I'm going to be discussing my interview that I had with a local professional who has a degree in psychology and is currently working in the field. And then I'm going to reflect on that conversation that we had. So, my interview that I had was actually with a close friend of mine. Her name is Dixie Gibbs. We actually worked in retail together for close to 2 years, and I've come to know her as a wonderful acquaintance. Miss Gibbs is an LPC slash MHSP temp, and she's a professional counselor therapist with a master's degree in education. And her previous background, just to kind of give her a little background here, she did work in a community mental health center for about 2 years before pursuing in the career that she has now. So, to start the interview, when I asked her to describe her job duties, she said that she typically works with a caseload of about 45 clients, and she does meet with them on a weekly basis. However, if a weekly basis isn't needed, then she meets with them every other week or sometimes just as needed. But she specifically works with them through life stressors, trauma, and any other symptoms that they may have. And on top of all of that, she also runs her own website and contributes to the group space that she is in. For the third question in our assignment, I asked Miss Gibbs what she found fulfilling by working in the industry. Dixie simply put it that she loves to help others. And she said that seeing someone making that lasting change in their life was incredibly inspiring to her. And that really also struck a chord with me because I feel the same way about helping others. She continued on and she said that when she sees that aha moment or when something clicks in a person's brain, that is what really drives her passion and gives her motivation to keep going. Um, but not even that, it's the relationships that she's built along the way that has been incredibly inspiring to her as well. She's learned so much from her clients that was not really taught to her in school, and that keeps her learning something new every single day. So, things that were not taught in a classroom setting, she's learning out there in the real world, and that's expanding her mind every single day. As far as what she found challenging by working in the industry, Dixie said that working in the private practice side of things can be really difficult to establish a caseload in the beginning, and that it does take a lot of work and persistence and relationships to really help get your name out there and to get started. She continued that she found it challenging how there were so many different approaches in a therapeutic setting, and she explained to me that you're always finding new modalities or figuring out what mix is going to best help that client. But she did reassure me that sometimes it can be discouraging when what we're doing isn't beneficial for the clients. We could be doing everything in our power, and sometimes it's just not working. However, learning our own style is a good thing, and we have to remain adaptable over time. I did find that her answer to this question inspiring because it truly shows that learning does not stop once we get our degree and that we're continuously learning something out in the real world every day. Um, and that moment, once we stop learning, we stop growing and we stop being adaptable to our clients, and ultimately, we're not going to help them in the end, and we're not going to help ourselves either. Continuing on this note, I then did ask Miss Gibbs what she did to continue her professional growth in the field. She stated that she is still under clinical supervision, so she does meet with her supervisor weekly. Together, what they do is they address client needs and concerns while she also receives input. She did tell me that she is always learning from her supervisor, learning new things every single day, every week, and that she's also pursued many continued education courses such as somatic work and brain spotting training, which I found rather interesting and something that I want to look into myself on how brain spotting training really works in an individual and whether it can provide more advantages or more disadvantages. So that is something that I am looking further into. But she did explain to me that these additional trainings can really, excuse me, set myself apart from others within this profession. So there are certain things that maybe I specialize in that other therapists don't, and that would set me apart from them, that would make clients want to come see me versus another person, or vice versa. So the more trainings, the better. That was the way that she put it. Um, but for my final question that I posed to Dixie, I asked her if she had any recommendations for a student who is pursuing work in this field. Um, and I did add on to this question a little bit. I did ask her, to elaborate more on what she wished someone would have told her when she first started out. So, say we get 10 years down the road in our career, what is something that you wish someone would have told you on day one that you know now, that would have helped you a little bit easier? Um, but she responded both questions by telling me that she wishes someone would have told her that the years of research and the dedication really does pay off in the end. She said there's so much time figuring out which licensure track, which grad program, which specialty you want to go into, that when you finally start settling in to your job and your career, that it is such an amazing feeling. And she told me that one day I'm going to make it, I'm going to get my degree, and I'm going to be in my dream job. But she also said that it's important to appreciate every stage that I'm in right now. She did laugh and she said that the late nights and the papers and the case studies are really going to help me as a clinician. So I did find it rather inspiring that she can look back on those moments now and have such fondness on them, and realize that is what made her the person and the therapist that she is today. And I hope that whenever my time comes down the line, when I'm in my career, that I can look back on these times with such fondness as well. Um, as someone who is going into addiction and recovery, um, I do wish that I will be able to help others the same way that Dixie helps her clients. I know that we aren't typically in the same specialty, but she puts so much care and compassion towards her clients that I hope that I can put forth the same for my clients. And I found this assignment to be incredibly amazing for not only getting to reconnect with an old friend, but also getting to see her point of view on things and how she is thriving in her career and how she inspires others. And that provided me with the motivation to just keep going and push through these last couple of months of school so that way I can be in the same position that she is in, thriving in a career and thriving as a therapist. Um, but I really did enjoy this assignment looking back on it. Reflecting on that, I also wish that I would have asked her how her work life balance is. That's one question that I really wanted to ask, but looking back on it, I forgot. And how she handles, her workload and her home life and how that balances out if it's hard to take some stuff home or bring stuff into work, whether that be anxiety or other worries or stressors in her own life, how she separates the two. But in the end, I really did find this interview incredibly amazing and awesome, and I'm so thankful for this course that it gave me the option to do that. And that was where we wrapped our interview up. We finished things up, and I thanked her for her time. And I also thank you for your time watching my video today, and I do hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day.